My name is QueenGift Emeka-Eze. I am the visionary of the Global Intercessors Network ministry. I have been interceding right from when I got saved. However, I can actually tell of precise instructions to intercede from the year 2014 to intercede for my family, and from there the Lord led me to start interceding for the church and Nigeria. Sometimes I fasted, sometimes I did vigils for these entities. Yeah, but it wasn't a ministry, just a personal body. Since I was interceding personally, it got to a point that the Lord gave me one instruction, and I kept on doing it, but I couldn't persist. And it's resulted into something that whenever I remember, I do not like to share. It was a negative experience as a result of my disobedience. And so, since I didn't want that to occur again, I decided within me that I needed to involve some of my friends that I know that are true believers and praying people. So we decided to start praying round the clock. So everybody watches over each hour of the day. And we were just doing that, and the Lord kept giving me revelations on starting it properly, extending it to people so that they could join instead of the usual 24 people. And I was reluctant about doing that, not because I wanted to disobey him, but I was scared of starting a ministry out of emotion, ambition, and all of that. So during the course of prayers, the Lord gave me encounters that led us to start it as a ministry in the year 2019, March to be precise. As of 2018, I didn't know anything about Reverend Austin. Right, and even in 2019, I got to know about him around 2020, 2021, and the vision, I received both the names and the logo, everything as a divine instruction and vision. So there was nothing about the ministry that had to do with Reverend Austin. However, after the first conference we had, the second conference, I was just led to invite him after I heard him speaking in a meeting, right, in a prayer meeting. So after inviting him for the meeting, I was surprised that he didn't even delay in responding to our call. And when he came, he said, "Are you aware that I had this ministry?" And I was very surprised. So there was nothing about him in the picture. But after some time, the Lord told us to submit to him. So I didn't know about it. I believe that God was preparing me for this, whilst God told him to end the ministry when he was about registering the ministry. The Global Intercessors Network is saddled with the vision of ensuring that there is one watchman per home. We want God to raise at least one watchman over every home, and we are also trusting that as long as Jesus tarries to come, every day the Lord will not lack intercessors standing upon their watch, standing upon the walls for the church, for the unsaved, and for every other burden the Lord lays in our heart. Yes, this we've been doing for 7 years now, and we trust God that He would help us to keep at it. Alright, when you read both the Old and New Testament, you would see how that intercessions played divine roles like revival, restorations, and so many others. We could see in the life of Nehemiah, we could see that in the life of Daniel. We could also see it in the New Testament by the early church. In Acts chapter 12, the believers gathered and they interceded over a seemingly impossible situation, and the Lord intervened over the life of Peter. So even in this present time, the church cannot move forward except watchmen arise, because watchmen are like walls around a city. So imagine a city without walls. Intruders can penetrate and many havocs can occur. So God always wants intercessors to be on their watch. The Global Intercessors Network is not something that one person has been running. I am grateful to God for the gift of men. When we started, we had people like Reverend Ojo Badegasin as our patron, who was giving us guidelines, and Reverend Maudlin Chibuna as our matron. And over the years, the Lord led us to submit to Reverend Austin, and he has been of immense blessing to us. And I'm also grateful for GIN schools. We call them elders of GIN. These people have been doing this work as though it's where their vision. And I want to really bless God for every one of you. And I really want to thank God for everybody that has supported us in finance, in prayers, because most times people forget that intercessors also need prayers. And I want to especially appreciate my husband, who came into my life just a year ago, and we've been able to do so great and mighty things beyond what we've done before. And we're trusting that in the coming years, the Lord will be glorified much more. And I know that through our persistence and intercession, within the coming years, the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of His glory as the waters cover the sea. God bless you.